Hi, it's hot. Today I decided that I would answer some of the comments that you guys have left because I've been getting a few comments asking me questions that I haven't addressed on camera. Some of them I've answered already before in comments, but I feel like it's probably worth me just talking about them on camera. So I've got a few comments that you guys have left ready on my phone, and I'm gonna read them and answer them for you. And yeah, so the first one says, why don't you explain the reasons that make you cry when you're walking back home? Crying for no reason does exist too, I understand that. If that's the case, then I believe that it's a problem that can be solved in one way or another. So if you've watched my vlog, you'll know that I often have moments, used to anyway, it doesn't happen so much anymore, where I'll be walking home from like uni or something and I'll be kind of crying. Sometimes I feel quite overwhelmed by a lot of stuff. Sometimes I'll see someone that causes me to be, my anxiety to be triggered, or I'll just have a really long day at university because I'm not enjoying my master's degree, and that kind of having to spend all day talking about my master's and working on it, it's very draining for me. So after I've had these days of going and doing things, when I'm on my way home, that's it done, and I have that time and that moment of just feeling totally overwhelmed by the day, and I start crying. And that is my way of kind of coping with it and getting it out and releasing the pent-up energy of the day. You said, why don't I explain the reasons behind it? I know that this vlog is very much a case of me being open about my mental health and explaining what's going on with me, how my antidepressants have been working and stuff like that, but there needs to be a line. If there are personal things happening with me that do affect me and I mention them in the vlog, I'm never going to go into a lot of detail about it, because sometimes it's something that someone has said or done. I don't want to name these people because it's not their fault. It's no one else's fault, really. Some people, some things are just triggers for me, and I don't want to upset them. So that's why I'm kind of vague when I talk about certain things like this. Someone's asked, could I ask why you first started on sertraline? I'm also on it after a breakup and experiencing bad thoughts still after 2 months. I'm going to address the second part of that. For starters, might be worth going back to the doctor, trying to sort out maybe a higher dosage or a different medication, because sertraline doesn't work for everyone. It's important that you find the thing that works for you. Why I started on sertraline in the first place was that I graduated from my undergraduate degree in July, and then I came out of it and I didn't really know what to do with myself. I moved back home, and after living for the last 3 years being independent and being away from home, it felt like a step back, and I got very depressed and very upset in the summer, so much so that I decided to come back and do a master's degree. I really struggled coming back. I kept saying that it was because I was just getting used to being back. I was getting used to being in a new house with new people. I was getting used to the new course. I was getting used to just the masters in general, or I was getting used to not having the same people here. But as the weeks went on, I was still coming out of university and spending an hour or two every Wednesday after I'd been at uni all day, crying to my best friend Josh and messaging my boyfriend all day about how miserable I was. And eventually it took its toll even worse, and it started affecting my friendships. And my friend Josh, who I mentioned, he kept telling me I should go to the doctor, and he was trying to come up with, bless him, he was trying to come up with ways to kind of help me, try and make me feel better. I reached a point where I couldn't keep saying it's happening because I'm getting used to it. I swallowed my pride, realised that yes, there was something wrong with me, and ended up going to the doctors and sorting it out. I don't think I would have gone had it not been for my boyfriend and for Josh. Honestly, I feel like had they not prompted me as much as they did, then maybe I would still be in the same state that I was a few months ago. So I'm incredibly thankful for both of them. Next one. It sounds like your fight or flight response has diminished after all these weeks, is that right? Still anxious but more manageable. I'm on week 3 now and experiencing similar. Yes, I would say I definitely agree with that. I am still anxious. I do still get anxious about things, but not nearly to the scale that I used to, and even when I do, it's a lot more manageable than it used to be. I always make sure that I say I am not 100%, but I am so much better than I was, and it's a lot more manageable, and I'm happy with the way things have gone. Someone asked, did you have a gagging reflex when you were trying to eat, and also did you get stomach cramps or an uneasy stomach? This was left on one of my earlier videos. I did vomit a few times. I felt really sick. The thought of any food just made me feel repulsed. I did have an uneasy stomach. And someone asked also, are you on 100 milligrams? And that would be a yes, I am. Sertraline, 100 milligrams. You can't see it. Don't know why I showed you. Yes, I am. 1 a day. I take them in the morning. I know some people take them at night, but I take them when I wake up. And yeah, if you like this video, let me know and I will do more of this kind of thing. It's so hot. Before I end, this is an update video, so I'll give you an update now. I'm okay this week. I've confronted a few things that have been on my mind with some people, and that's been good and it's helped. I've spent a lot of my time playing games with my friends, and that's been nice as well. I uploaded a Let's Play yesterday, which you may have seen. If you didn't, please give it a watch. And yeah, I'm okay. Things are okay at the moment. I've got a lot of uni work to do though. My next 3 weeks are not going to be great, but that's okay. That's life. I'm gonna go and edit this and upload it. I will see you next week. Bye.